All right, guys, I'm here with, is this right? CEO, let's call it, CORESPORTS, the man who's behind the production of everything. East vs West, king of the table, all those sorts of things, and you do a million other things as well. I know you just roll from one event to the other, but Don, how'd you go with that event last time, man?
I would like to think that it was great. The show was great. The matches were great. I think my main concern is how many complaints are we going to get about the stream this time? But I think we did all right. I think we did okay.
I mean, I haven't gone back and watched the stream, but I know that everyone's just said amazing from what I've seen. But you get the complaints coming through, and all sorts of stuff, if there are any. But
no, I think it's because Engen is putting his ass on the line.
Big time, yeah.
We're doing whatever we can. I think this time we changed a lot of things in terms of signal, and
yep. Had the satellite truck.
I'm about to say some things that I have no idea what they mean. Satellite, signal, technology, space. Woo.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, it's and I just think the team works really well between Engen, between Anna, between our film guys, between our social media. It's always a good fun time to come here.
I can certainly say it, and you can only imagine, like, this is still so new. Like, I'm so surprised that Engen's been able to pull this off, like, to the degree that he has.
Well, it gets better every time.
Yeah, that's what I mean. It's like, oh my goodness.
Sorry, just
you're right.
End this.
As Don's doing that, I'll talk about it a little bit. That I know that everyone in the room last night, from the arm wrestlers' perspective, was just in so much awe, and they were so grateful to Engen and for everyone who put time into that event, because
you could see that people put in effort.
Oh yeah,
it wasn't made up on the fly.
Yeah, it was special, and people, as you said, people are getting better at it, and the brand is growing, the sport's growing, and you guys are a big part of it now. So, like, the arm wrestling journey for you guys, it started with King of the Table. What do you see for the sport? Like, is arm wrestling? And be honest, don't.
No, I don't.
Is arm wrestling capable, in your eyes, of growing to
mainstream?
Yeah, to mainstream.
Well, it is, isn't it? I mean, it depends on your definition of what's underground, what's niche, and what's mainstream, right? Is it going to get to football and rugby levels? Who knows? Maybe, but not anytime soon.
Yeah.
Right? The thing is, arm wrestling, in our opinion, is a form of combat. Right? So you need to compare it with other combat sports.
Yep.
And how long they've been around, how much money is being dumped into them, how they...
We'll see how good the mics are on these. I think this is good. It's a good camera. There we go.
So we can only take into account, we can either compare it with other niche sports or other combat sports.
Yep.
Right? Arm wrestling, I think right now, is where maybe strongman was a couple of years ago when we got into it. It's a small group of loyal fans. When I say small group, I mean, like, there's still hundreds of thousands, but you can't compare them to, like, the hundreds of millions of them. And just look at the progression in the last year alone, right? Did we take advantage of the fact that there was nothing else going on? Absolutely, right?
Yeah.
Did Larry jump in when there was people locked up at home and start his, passion for arm wrestling? 100%. So we've every King of the Table and every East versus West has consistently shown, I'd say, between 20 to 30% improvement in numbers, in quality, consistently, right? Like,
that's good, son. I like that.
Most investments don't bring you back that.
Yeah.
And it's consistent, so consistent it can look like it's fixed. Right? It's actually amazing. So what did we do? And it hasn't been long. King of the Table 1 was May 28th last year.
Okay.
Right?
Yep.
Think about it like that. So in under 18 months, we as CORESPORTS, we've managed to get a loyal, absolutely fantastic, yet hardcore and unforgiving group of fans. There's about 45, 50,000 of them that we know.
Yep.
Watch, pay, comment, give their feedback. Think about it this way. Imagine 50,000 people in an auditorium, right?
Yep.
It's
a good stadium.
Imagine 15,000 people in an auditorium, right? But it's just a new world, because now they're not.
Yeah.
They're not all in the same place. They're all over the world, but it's still an audience.
Yeah.
And it's an audience that's not. it's not there just whistling and not talking. It's very, very different when you do a pay-per-view event, because people say things, or when you do a stream, people talk to each other. It's a newer, more modern version of fans going to a concert, hanging out, smoking a doob, watching their favorite band.
Yeah.
But it's just a different thing now, because a guy in Lithuania can call a guy in England a cunt.
Yeah, we're all there together.
So it's that's what's slow. It's going to be slow, but it is kind of going towards mainstream. I mean,
the key indicators
the sponsors that we're getting, right? The fact that the viewership numbers are going up like crazy, right? 100%. It's been underlooked or overlooked, for a very long time as a sport. Look at slap fighting.
Don't tell me that's legit. It is?
Define a sport. Just because
it's generating revenue and all sorts of stuff, yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So, I didn't mean to,
No, that's okay. No, I'm
just using that as an example.
Because I'm super curious from your perspective. You've got your finger on the pulse across a number of fight sports. As you said, you're in this game. I don't know, how long have you been in this game?
4 years.
4 years. Okay. So you've got a perspective outside of arm wrestling, where people like myself and other arm wrestlers that are just die-hard arm wrestlers, we've always been optimistic, but we can never with certainty say that the key indicators are there. So hearing that they're on track is freaking awesome.
What do the fans think? Do the fans see a difference in how arm wrestling is done, marketed, shown?
Yeah. Well, the last 2 years has been a really interesting evolution, because we've gone away from having a big organization like the WAL or the PAL just controlling everything. And when COVID did what it did, and independents like Larry and CORESPORTS, everyone became responsible for their own sort of destiny, and it's been a good evolution, I think.
Well, if you remove politics and ego from things, you'd be amazed at
good luck, though.
You'd be amazed at what can be achieved. But it's we've never worked with PAL, but we've worked with WAL. We had a great relationship with Steve, great organization, great people, and they put on a great show. Now let's see what's happening now. Soon, I think they're doing something. I'm not really sure what. But you competed in WAL.
Yeah.
What did I want to say? What I wanted to say was the thing I love. I'm not a diehard fan of anything, really. Right? I love the arm wrestling fans, though.
Yeah, that's cool.
It's like, what I love about them is that each and every one of them gives you the impression that they own shares in the sport. They own stock.
Yeah.
You put out an announcement, suddenly the memes are flowing, videos are being made. No other sport does this.
Yeah, that's
right?
true.
No other sport self-markets, because all the arm wrestling fans want the sport to be mainstream so bad.
They're helping, they're trying.
And there's no cockblockery, no matter what you think. It's just an amazing group of fans. And they spend money, they get behind their guy, and but do not fucking talk technical to them. They will destroy you, right? So if you don't know what you're talking about, do not get into an argument with an arm wrestling fan.
That's
they
true.
will rip you a new one in the comment section right out there. Oh, what the fuck you're talking about? This shit happened in 1996 in November, and this doesn't make sense now.
Yeah,
40 years later.
I hope I got the pronunciations right last night. I don't think I did. I'm sure I got it wrong. But anyway, I agree. It's a unique style of fan, and then you got the East vs West brand versus the King of the Table. Where King of the Table has kind of been the top marketable matches in the arm wrestling world. Where Engen's gone the approach of just he's bringing to light so many amazing pullers, which is a wonderful thing. People that have never had a spotlight before have all of a sudden got it. And I know Engens has said, do I continue with that, or do I focus on the top guys? I love this. And
absolutely.
And I think this has its place. I hope he stays with this brand. And are the East vs West indicators in terms of numbers? Please, you don't have to disclose them, but are they as strong as King of the Table in terms of growth projections and all that? Fantastic. Engen, stay with it. We love you, Engen.
When I said the growth projections, I was talking about arm wrestling as a whole that we're involved in.
Yep.
So I meant the consistently going up is both King of the Table and East versus West.
Yeah, cool.
So
Beautiful. All right, well, it all sounds positive there, Don. Thank you for sharing your insights, sir. Good luck with whatever's
thank you
next.
guys. Thank you for supporting. Thank you for being fans. Thank you for paying for things.
Yeah. Yes.
It's what keeps us
So
going.
it is.
Really.
It is. At the end of the day, without the payment from fans, you and I aren't sitting here right now.
Yeah, the fans are our biggest sponsors, basically. Let's just look at it that way.
100%.
Right? Thank you so much, guys, and yeah, I don't know.
What's the next one? What's the next one?
Oh, King of the Table 5, October 1st.
Yeah, let's give it a plug. King of Table 5, October 1st. Who's on the card? Who's the big draw cards there? We got
Schoolboy versus Colin.
There we go. The revenge match is on, and we got Dave Chafee and Vitaly
Letton. We've
Letton.
got Lachlan.
Oh, Lachlan! Holy shit, you're in trouble.
Rockley.
Lachlan's got to. I don't know what Lachlan's going to do between now and then, but Rockley looked savage last night, and Lachlan got dusted by Sanders. Those bloody Latvians. But anyway, King of Table 5. Do we have a date?
October 1st.
October 1st. All right, done.
Saturday,
Thank you,
October
Thank you
1st.
once again.
Thank you. Thank you all.
See you guys.